Australia is also called the land down under because of its location in the southern hemisphere. Australia is as big as the lower 48 states of the United States. It's a continent of extreme contrast in both its climate and landscape. Some of the Earth's largest coral reefs, thousands of miles of sandy beaches, and a dry central desert, and lush eucalyptus and rainforests. Because of its geographic isolation, Australia is also home to animals that live naturally nowhere else on Earth. Kangaroos, koalas, duck-billed platypus, and many more. Introduced mammals such as dingoes, dogs, foxes, cats, rabbits, and sheep have had a powerful impact on the native fauna.
Welcome to the desert outback of Australia, home of the emu, kangaroo, and frilled lizard.
The emu is the national bird, and it can weigh up to 120 pounds and it can run 30 miles.
These feathered giants of Australia, known as the emus, are flightless ostrich cousins and are among the world's largest birds, weighing up to 120 pounds. Their small wings can't lift such bulk, but emus have another means of escape. With strong legs, they can run 35 miles per hour. Thanks to their tough and adaptable nature, emus are found throughout most of Australia. Unlike many birds, emu males take charge of incubating the eggs and raising the young. Dad takes his duty seriously, though, aggressively defending the family when necessary. Using water sources created for cattle, emus have expanded their range in Australia. Tawny coloration and stripes serve as camouflage to help chicks hide from predators. 8-foot-long monitor lizards can make a quick meal of unsuspecting emu is pictured alongside a kangaroo on the official seal of Australia. When drought makes food scarce, groups of up to 70,000 emus may wander in search of water. Such suicide movements are sometimes unsuccessful and thousands of emus perish. To protect crops, Australians waged war against emus in 1932. Thousands of birds were killed and extensive emu-proof fences were constructed. Such barriers now keep emus out of many agricultural areas.
It's so miserable.
Emus live in a variety of habitats throughout most of Australia, including plains.
Types of mammals are found in Australia, such as monotremes, marsupials, and pussycats.
Found in many of Earth's ecosystems, such as the most diverse group of animals, containing a large number of mammalian species. Many types of placentals live in Australia.
Marsupials are named for their marsupial, or pouch. They are found primarily in Australian regions and in the neotropics. Marsupials include animals such as the platypus and kangaroo.
This forest, which grows on the eastern part of Australia. Some of the trees can grow up to over 300.
When you find yourself in the eucalyptus forest, you may find this furry marsupial, otherwise known as the koala bear, which has 2 thumbs and 3 other.
Also home to Australia is the platypus. Platypus trivia. Did you know the platypus dives in streams to catch its food? Also, male platypi have spurs on their ankles that secrete venom. This poison may be used in aggression between males.
Wow.
The platypus does not have teeth. It has horn-like plates along most of the length of each jaw. A seldom-heard growl is the only sound a platypus makes. The platypus is active in the water approximately 2 to 3 hours a day. It feeds at dawn and dusk. Kangaroo is a marsupial, a mammal born underdeveloped that lives in its mother's pouch during early life. In small groups called mobs, red kangaroos spend their time grazing and hopping about on Australia's dry grasslands. They're often shot on sight by ranchers who believe roos compete with livestock for food. Yet these fast-breeding mammals are still common.
Male red kangaroos can stand 6 feet tall and weigh 200 pounds.
Male kangaroos have boxing matches to compete for females. By lifting up on their tails, they can deliver powerful kicks. The long journey to mom's pouch. After emerging from the birth canal, a tiny premature kangaroo climbs up to nipples inside the pouch. Relatives of red kangaroos, opossums, are North America's only marsupial. The dry grasslands that cover much of Australia are home to red kangaroos.
Royal albatross. They live in Australia. Take Campbell Island every 2 years to raise their young.
It is also home to rockhopper, penguins, sea lions, and walruses.
Also native to Australia is the double-walled cassowary and spectacled flying fox.
Platypus spur. An Enchida hatching. A platypus bill. A newborn red kangaroo attached to a nipple in its mother's pouch. A newborn armadillo. Echina spider. Spine.
In which group do these common mammals belong? Humans, placentals, squirrels,
Placentals.
Tasmanian devil,
Marsupial.
koala,
Marsupial.
platypus,
Monotremes.
porcupine,
Placentals.
bats,
Placentals.
armadillos,
Placentals.
kangaroo,
Marsupials.
opossum.
Marsupials.
Which group do these characteristics belong? Contains the largest number of mammalian species.
Placentals.
Lays eggs.
Monotremes.
Suckles its young.
Monotremes, marsupials, and placentals.
Was represented by only 3 species.
Monotremes.
Spends most of its developmental stage in the uterus.
Placentals.
Occurs throughout the world.
Placentals.
Has an egg tooth.
Monotremes.
Inhabits South America and Australia.
Marsupials.
Crikey!